Mannix, Chris Forsberg, and Amina Smith here with you. And the Celtics fall to the Dallas Mavericks 95-92. A tight matchup all the way through. A lot of energy inside of TD Garden, but the Celtics just could not get it done. Forsberg, your big takeaway after this matchup?
Luka Doncic late in games is just terrifying. He makes all the right plays. The Celtics kind of mixed up their coverages a little bit, challenged him to kind of go one-on-one as they switched, and he made them pay, whether it was making shots or kicking out to Dinwiddie for the big three. So give the Mavs credit. Like, this is why they've been so good in the second half of the season. They've just been able to withstand and find ways to rally back and lock in defensively. The Celtics, who had been so crisp in these moments, not as crisp tonight, and they'll look back up three. They had the ball, gave it away. It's like, you know, you look back at this and you're going to kick yourself for moments like that.
Yeah, I thought we were past the defensive collapses that sort of plagued this team early in the season, but that third quarter was ugly. 38 points for the Mavericks in the first half, 38 points for them in that third quarter, where they just seemed to get everything they wanted, whether it was at the rim or beyond the three-point line. Luka came out of the locker room firing, but it wasn't just him. They were getting contributions from all across the floor, and the Celtics defense just seemed like it was a step slow in that third quarter. It got better in the fourth, gave themselves a chance in that fourth quarter, but by that time, too little too late. We can point out the Marcus Smart non-call there, the rush shot by Jason Tatum at the end, but this game to me was lost in that third quarter where they just let the rain slip away from them a little bit.
And we had the KG number retirement coming up in about 20 minutes, but first let's take a look at the final minutes in that fourth quarter and how things went down for the Celtics up against the Mavericks as they kind of let go of this game. A lot happening in this fourth quarter in the final minutes, and Luka Doncic right here, he's going to tie the game up at 92, and this is where things get interesting.
Look, tip your cap when he goes up over Rob, but here he is. Rob shuffles along. He's going to make the pass. The chance, if they'd been in the right spot, they might have hurt him, but Celtics get a chance, get let off the rope there. But man, he got it back, and here he is. He's going to kick it. Three defenders. You overreact to Doncic. You're leaving someone open, and they're just not going to be able to scramble out there. And Dinwiddie makes him pay.
Yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie made that big shot at the end of the first half. I felt like that energized him a little bit going into the second half. And the Celtics, they just couldn't get a shot. Now there is the somewhat controversial foul call where Luka Doncic immediately says, let's review it. You two sat here and said, there's no way they're going to overturn that. I sat here and said they are going to overturn it.
I really did not think they were going to overturn that.
I get the high five rule. I just always thought it was like a little bit further on the follow through. The refs had been a little tight with the whistles on Boston, so feels like another one went against them there.
And Jason Tatum really rushed that shot. It felt like Tatum believed that he was going to get fouled, that the Mavericks were going to foul quickly to try to send him to the free throw line for 2 instead of 3. It's why he rushed that shot. But if he had taken another beat, he had time to turn around, maybe take a dribble, create some space, make a shot there, but rushed it, no good.
And just in general, it felt like the Celtics were just, not locked in that final sequence. Whether it was on the tip, Rob gets the tip he wants to Tatum. Tatum could have turned and got a 3 at that point. Ime calls the timeout. I understand you want to draw something up, but then you get the play to Tatum. And I know, like you're saying, like Tatum probably thinks he's going to get fouled, probably trying to draw in that instance, but another dribble to his left, he would have had more space. So these are the things you second guess when a one possession tips the game. But as Mannix said, you go back to the end of the first half. Dinwiddie launching that 3 at the end when Grant wasn't quite sucked up close enough to him. And so, like, all these little things are magnified in the final moments.
And Mannix, we are going to look at the final minutes of this game and say that the game was lost in the final minutes, but how much of this game was kind of let go in that third quarter coming out of the half?
Not all of it, really. I mean, 38 points in the third quarter. The Celtics made their bones on being a great defensive team all season long. They weren't good at all in that period. The Mavericks were making shots from everywhere. Spencer Dinwiddie, as we said, got it going. Luka Doncic, who we wondered, would he be able to play in that second half, going into the locker room cold with that hamstring injury? He comes out, he starts to assert himself and just takes over. That's it. That was one of those lapses that we got used to seeing in the first 2 months of the season and have seen very little of over the last 2.5 months of this season. So, the third quarter to me was everything.
I thought the most maddening stretch for me was probably early fourth, middle fourth. Ime rode with Peyton Pritchard, and I think everyone will look at the box score.
I would have pulled Peyton Pritchard out of that point. He was.
Tatum was not scoring and maybe wasn't himself, but he was being very deferential in those instances. Peyton Pritchard had a million open looks, and a lot of these guys, they Grant too, and they didn't make any of these shots. So I thought the third quarter put them in a tough spot, and then they really kind of let go in that fourth.
Yeah, and you look at the ease of shots the Mavericks got. Look, that's, wide open, going to the basket. Grant Williams, a step slow on that defense. Dunk at the rim, 2 possessions early. You saw Doncic, easy layup. There's a wide open 3-point shot in the corner for Dorian Finney-Smith. I mean, they were getting what they wanted against this Celtics defense. That's not a good contest right there by Al Horford. So whatever the Mavericks wanted, they seem to be getting plenty of in that third quarter.
And their ball movement was great. I thought there were instances where, again, when everyone overreacts to Luka, it just makes it so difficult on your defense.
Yeah, difficult third quarter for the Celtics team. All right, let's send it out to Abby, Chin, and Scal and see what they have for us.
Thank you, Amina. Scal, we were just talking. It's pretty crazy inside here.
It is.
Everyone's still here.
Yeah, normally the crowd leaves and we do our report. It's nice and silent in here. Like literally, there's 20,000 people watching us right now.
Especially after a loss like that, Scal. Let's talk about it. Fittingly, on KG Day, this was a defensive grudge match.
Sure.
But how do the refs overturn that foul call on Luka? Come on.
Well, we can talk about that, but really what happened is Celtics came out flat. The defense, 38 points, I think, in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And late in the game, here was the issue. The Celtics were not executing off of the Tatum double team, and the Mavericks were executing off of the Luka Doncic double team. They kept getting wide open shot. They just had more, like the role players had more of an aggressive mindset. So, I think that probably there has been some slippage and the fact that how the Celtics are attacking off of when Tatum gets double teamed in the fourth. They got to shore that up. But the idea is the Mavericks knew exactly what they wanted to do late in the game, and we just didn't execute down the stretch.
That slippage, is that something just specific to today or that you've seen as of late?
It's been happening, but the key is that when they have success, it's not just Tatum passing into a shot. It's Tatum getting rid of the ball and then guys getting downhill and then making plays. So I'd like to see them with that aggressive mindset. Maybe figure out a way to get Jaylen Brown the ball in that situation, because I think he'll be extremely successful. And then guys like Pritchard or Smart will get wide open shots.
All right, so who won the Tommy Award for tonight?
We're going right into it.
Yeah, we go right into it.
I thought Al Horford throughout this game was amazing.
Switched it up on me.
Yeah, I did. Well, I was going to go with Jaylen Brown, that ferocious dunk.
I would have brought up
when you watch Al Horford play, and he had 5 steals, career high. I thought he guarded. He started the game out. He was tough inside. Got, the jump was going. And I think he kind of established both ends of the floor. So I think the way Al Horford played today, Al Horford probably one of the rare guys that battled with Kevin Garnett. So I'm going to give it to Al Horford today.
I think that's a good choice, but yes, I did want to relive the Jaylen Brown dunk over Maxi Kleber.
We'll see it on Twitter, on Instagram.
Over again. The dap on KG, though, that was amazing. All right, so like we said, it is weird in here because everyone's still inside the arena waiting very patiently for the KG ceremony. You are playing a big part in this.
Yeah.
What do you got going on? I know, shaking. He's nervous. Scal's
I just don't
nervous.
know. Here's the reason. I don't know. Like, I can ask KG $1 million question. He can be like, why you ask me that? I don't know what he's going to do. So hopefully I get 3 or 4 rants from him. I can, cut him some of this time. But 22 minutes, me and KG never talked for 22 minutes straight in our whole life. And I played with him for 3 straight years. So I am nervous.
That is to clarify. Scal is going to talk to KG. That's basically the only time we're going to hear from KG. And you have to talk to him for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You have a game plan? You have a game plan?
No, I do. I got notes and I prepared.
I know you are.
But it could just end up going off the rails. You've interviewed him before.
I know. So far, how has today been for what you're expecting, and how nice is it to be around all of these guys again? And what do you think about Ray being in the building?
Oh, Ray, I got a question.
Yeah.
It's not controversial, but I do have a question about Ray, so it's just good. I mean, I was gone when the whole controversy happened, so I don't really know what happened and why and all that stuff. But it's good to see him here. I mean, that's what we all should support. If there's no Ray Allen, there's no Kevin Garnett coming here. We all know that. So I'm glad that he came, and I'm glad that tonight's been amazing seeing the old guys. When we see the old guys, and all they do is talk smack. Like they walk in, it's backstabbing, smack talking. They want to shoot dice. Like it's like we've never grown up.
Amazing. Cal, good luck. Break a leg.
What does that mean?
Back to you, Amina.